Okay. Let me send this to myself. Hey y'all, welcome in to the Sisters Alive After Show. Our Sisters Keeper. We're currently live on IG, YouTube, as well as Twitter with myself and Allie Nick. To talk about the episode. Episode 2, season 6 just dropped. And let me get her up here. Y'all, IG has been giving us issues all damn day. So, I got you, girl. Give me 1 second. Why does it keep saying attachment not available? Okay, so we can do that. That's fine. Chat is loaded. Perfect.
Oh, thank God it worked.
Yes. Because IG was trying to definitely hate on us. Alright, let me just get this other part set up. And then we can get you patched in. All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome in. YouTube cannot hear right now. Okay. We should be cooking with gas now.
Okay.
Child, why I feel like this episode was chaotic. I'm feeling so chaotic.
Oh my God. Ooh, Jesus.
Well, go ahead. Break it down for the people with the major points of the episode.
The major points of the episode. Major points. What's his Logan? Not Logan. Excuse me. Jonah showing up to Danny's house. Andy and Gary having the same repetitive conversation that they've been having since season 1. Literally, Maurice shows up to Sabrina's house, did not knock, just walked his little jolly behind in. What else happened in this episode? Fatima and Zach being my son. It's all about my son. I'm worried about my son, who I just all of a sudden have so much concern about. We see Preston popping up at the nick of time. I have a lot of choice words for Preston. We'll get into that. And then I think lastly, Aaron calling Pam about Karen, her being concerned about her, where she is. And we we end off with Pam like having a moment, about Karen. And, we're going to see what happened with that next week because our girl was not in this episode.
And
I ain't like that too much.
Which subscriber DM me, but they DM me like 30 minutes in and it was like, Erica Tyler's gonna be on that bullshit. Watch, Karen's not in the episode. And I'm like, child, we don't know. And we get to see she was not in the episode.
She was not. I got a problem with that. It's a different vibe when the character Karen is not gracing our screens.
It is. And whether you like her or not, that's just the fact of the matter.
Period.
It's just
period.
It just is what it is.
Period.
Okay, so those are the bullet points of the episode. I think overall, it was a solid episode. Episode 2. I feel like we're easing into season 6. They're giving us a little bit of drama, but I think Tyler Perry's making a shift with pacing. I noticed, and I didn't mention this in my breakdown last week, but I noticed that there's new directors. We know in season 7 there's going to be new writers. So I think that we are in season 6 is definitely a transitional season. There's some choice things that went down. Do you want to share what your favorite moment of the episode was before we jump into the sisters talk?
Ooh, okay. I was kind of going toward the negative moment. I was gonna say when it went off, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't even
when they went off.
When it went off. I'm gonna say what was my favorite moment. Honestly, I don't have a favorite moment this episode. I think I had a favorite saying, and oddly, it came from Danny. It came from Danny when she told, but she was asking Andy, "Are you gonna leave Gary alone before the wedding or after the divorce?" Ooh. That was like it was real. It was pressing, but it was very honest. Because that's exactly where it's heading. So for me, that was like my favorite saying of the entire episode. But I don't think I had a favorite I guess I'll say that was my favorite moment. I'll use that one.
The car ride at the top of the episode?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel
Only because of that line.
She's like, not too much. Don't get excited because it ain't that much.
Yeah. That's it.
I don't know. We're coming to y'all literally right after the episode drops, so we still have to process things on our own, and I'm still processing. I didn't hate the episode, so there are things that I'm like, okay, I get that Maurice is completely unserious most of the damn time, but I feel like it's needed, and I wasn't mad at it. Him in this space of he gonna get his lick back, and just being the queen that he is in the space with Calvin and Sabrina. I'm starting to really enjoy. I'm not as annoyed as I was before seeing these 3 characters interact. Because I feel like we're actually getting to see a peek into their life as this friend, how this friend group actually works. But I wouldn't even say that was my favorite scene. I definitely enjoyed it.
But yeah, we're still trying to process. Right. We're still trying to process it.
I want to say Preston showing up for Danny, but I got so much smoke for Preston too. So it's it's a catch-22 for me. But I'm gonna go ahead and say
Yes.
that my favorite moments of the episode are tied to Danny's storyline with Jonah showing up and getting dealt with.
Did he not?
Yeah. Hey Vaughn, welcome in, boo.
Hey.
Um, yeah, so that's where I'm at. Where we gonna start at and talking about these sisters from this episode?
Oh God. Who we want to start with? You want to start with? We can start with Danny and Andy since they were the first two that we saw at the beginning of the episode. With Danny,
Well, wait,
I was highly annoyed.
that's because Danny, I feel like, had the strongest storyline in the whole
She
episode. Let's go ahead and
did.
lightweight ass Andy.
We gonna start with who?
Lightweight ass Andy.
I heard you the first time. I just wanted you to say it again. I just wanted you to say it again because it was real cute, and I agree. Andy, I would say for me, I've always stated that I believe Andy is like one of the biggest deflectors on the show as far as the characters are concerned. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna get too much to Danny right now, but Danny does have a tendency to call out other people when the spotlight is on her. And Andy is one of those people, she'll take it for a brief moment, but then when it becomes, I guess, uncomfortable or she don't really want to deal with something, she'll deflect like, oh, let's listen to this music. Mm-hmm. Oh, let's ride in silence. Oh, let's not deal with me at this moment. And I'm just like, I don't really like that about Andy, but that is Andy. And her going to Gary, like just summing their whole thing up, I just feel like Andy and Gary have some of the most basic ass repetitive discussions, and half of the time I don't even know what they're talking about. Like their second discussion, I'm like, what are you discussing? You already know about this whole Robin thing, so I'm not really sure what the hell they was talking about with that conversation. But Andy touches a nerve. Like she touches a nerve, she presses a nerve, even with the whole Gary in the bed. I'm like, how you go from we need to talk, you need to get out, to you can go sleep in the guest room? And I'm like now, we talked about like how like certain things we can like relate to in the episode. I've done that before where it's like, you know what, I'm gonna need you to go sleep on the couch because we're not vibing. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Sexually, I'm not that strong. Like, I'm not that strong. I'm not that strong. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not that strong. So I don't even, like, you have to be out of my presence. And I'm one of those people, I always say, I don't play with fire, because even if you don't necessarily touch it, you still feel the heat from it. So I'm like, nah, I don't play with that. But she played too many games for me. Like, she just played too many games for me. We can talk about it. Are you serious, Gary? I'm like, shut up, Andy.
It's the whole, you like when you called him from the bar when y'all was kicking and trying to get Danny together, and you're like, okay, don't move, stay there. I got your text, the picture in it, only for you to come in. Okay, your punishment is we need to talk. Girl, what else we need to talk about? Like you said, it's this cyclical ass conversation between the two of them that is going absolutely nowhere. At this point, I don't even know what the hell Gary gets from it, because even as a raging narcissist and complete and utter menace, aren't you bored? Like, haven't you realized, like, you have already conquered this Mount Everest? Like, move on. I don't want you to be out here in these streets running through the rest of the chicks that's out here, but move on at least, because, sir, what else are you doing here? You don't actually love her. You don't actually want her. You do actually want to control her. And is it because she has this last little bit of like, you ain't gonna be able to control me completely. You're just gonna be able to ruin my life and get on my damn nerve, that you're just like, no, I'm gonna complete the mission. It's 100% or nothing. 98% just won't do. Like,
come on, church.
What are we doing? Gary I will always tell y'all that Gary does not deserve nice things. He's a complete and utter menace, and that is just never going to change. His character is irredeemable for me. I said what I said. Argue with y'all's mamas. Them ashy ass knees underneath them goofy ass roses was not doing anything for me. Sorry, Cheeto, but I'm coming for Gary's ass today. It calmed release this damn storyline. It's time to release Andy from the shackles of stupidity. We can roll one stupid woman on the show, and Mindy got that. So like Andy, you got to move out the way.
Oh Jesus, don't she? Ooh, okay, yes, I can't. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it for Andy. All she had was the whole, you can sleep in the guest room. No, you can get the hell out.
You can get out. Yes. You can get, that's the flex. Get out of my house that you have paid for. Get out.
And go out with Danny like that. I did feel like it was an interesting moment between them as sisters, especially because they both are like, there's the duos within the quartet. And, you know, both of them are in the opposite duos, and there's always been some little thing of, like, disconnect.
Yeah.
But, like, even though, you know, I'm going to leave him, right? Girl, who the hell are you trying to convince? Stop trying to convince me, because I don't have dummy written over my forehead. Stop treating me like you think I do.
Truly. But even going back to that, too, before we move on, I did, and it's difficult because there were times where I did enjoy pieces of the conversation between them in the car. And I just feel like we've seen Danny and Andy have conversations with each other privately before, but it's always for Andy's trying to get, I don't want to say kudos, but she's trying to, what is the word I'm looking for? Like confirmation from Danny that what she's doing is okay when it comes to her and Gary. And I just feel like I really do believe that if it was taken more seriously, I do believe that it's as odd as it sounds, they probably could actually be the ones to make sense of each other's madness. If it was taken in a way where it wasn't Danny trying to point out like in a comical way, because she does pinpoint some things that Gary does it. It's like, Andy, you need to move on from this. Like, you really do need to move on from this situation. And I just feel like because it's so comedic or it's so like repetitive, it misses the mark on it actually being an effective conversation between the two.
Right.
But yeah, that was a good moment.
I agree. So going on over to little Miss Daniela, who had to fight child in this episode. All her life she had to fight.
All her life she had to fight. And I ain't gonna lie, like I really wanted Danny to kill him. I really did. The fact that you know, and I really don't really be a component for violence like that. But I just feel like when you invade, I just always feel like your home is your safe place. It's your place of peace. It's it is a safe haven for you. And for a man to be that bold to come up in her house, you already assaulted this woman. You come back and you hit her again. And then there's a tussle there. It's like, and then you tell her, oh, you think I was going to let you get away with what you did? Excuse me? You got to go. Like, I just don't feel like, I don't think we should play with men like that. Like, because you're going to keep coming back into, there's a goal that you have in mind for me. So I'm going to try my best to make sure you don't reach it. Oh, God. I'm like, Danny, like, Tyler, I get it. Please don't let her be involved in any more domestic situations. Yeah. Like, we get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was hard to watch that because it was a true struggle, you know, for her. And it was a lot. It was a lot. And then when I'm trying to think what else happened with Preston, wanting to stay the night. She didn't want him there. And I guess we'll get into him too. Or you want to combine Preston with her?
You can just talk about
it. Preston with her. Preston, I actually wrote this down when Danny was talking about, you know, that girl still at the hotel, you need to go there. I said, Preston and Mindy got to be the dumbest MFers on this show. I said, what is good? She knows that I love you, and you know what she told me? She told me you love me too. I said, what? And all the hell is going on right now? Preston, Mindy, what are they from Texas? Stop making people from Texas look like that, because they don't come off like that. I think it's Texas,
Mississippi or Arkansas or some
Mississippi. Arkansas, child, I don't know which state they from, but y'all not representing correctly.
Even
but Preston,
Hickets of hit towns.
Okay.
The Hickets of hit towns, I still don't know. Like, and honestly, like, Danny's like, I'm trying to figure out, like, why y'all work like that. Like, what woman would be okay with that? And honestly, it's not for her to figure out. However, she is us and we are her. Like,
where they do that at? You flew me here. You flew me out. And you got me laid up in this hotel.
And I think it's a different thing. Like, no shade to maturity or whatever, because you can definitely be mature, but like, y'all taking it a whole nother level. It's one thing for you to be in love with this man since y'all first met or whatever, pre-K, whatever the hell, right? And you technically want to wait for him. That's one thing for you to keep your ass back in your hick-ass town and you wait for this man to figure out what the hell he wants to do. At least you be stupid in private. But you got on a plane to come sit at Steam Plant turned into something else because, Holly, did you think that we forgot what Steam Plant looked like after they tore the damn place up?
Okay.
But okay, you got your plan to come to Steam Plant and sit with Preston to have what?
I don't know.
Girl.
Appetizers. You flew me out here for that.
Love her and to sit there with Mindy, what the hell?
I don't know.
Honey?
No. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, you flew. Then when he said, okay, I'm about to go. I'm gonna fly her back home. Then I'm gonna come back. You flew me out here for a couple hours.
You flew me out here to eat at Steam Plant.
Eat at Steam Plant.
By your drunk ass ex that I'm apparently fine with you loving more than you love me, and you giving me the secondhand backwash ass ring.
Yes.
And then
oh yeah.
The motel goddamn 6 by the airport while you run over there and cry. And this girl, Mindy, girl.
You know what I said when he said, you know what she said? She said, you love me too. I said, Preston, you're lying. Where is Mindy? I need to hear Mindy say this because I don't believe you.
Honey. Believe need to be saved. Because what the hell, girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like you. You're not one of the core sisters, so I don't have nothing tied to you. But stand up.
Yeah.
Are you doing it for all of us? Stand the hell up. My God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Listen, messing around with Mindy's ass, we're gonna have to trade.
Yes.
Mindy, you got to go, honey.
You got to go. Oh Lord. Whoo, Mindy ain't safe. Mindy ain't
But going into Preston, right? Because he shows up at Danny's house because he said he was going to come. He hears the start of the rumble in the jungle in her damn house because Jonah is there to finish what he started. Weak ass, whack ass men, it's just never gonna be my genre. So like, let's start there. Yeah. Preston, like, I appreciate you mustering up the energy.
Yes.
You finding it deep down in your loins or wherever the hell you found it to go in there and stake your claim for your woman, even though you got your other woman back at the Motel 6 by the airport.
Okay.
But that whole back and forth to the damn car and starting it all up, it gave whack. It gave stand 10 toes down in what you want, go for it or not, protect this woman or not. Like, I was just annoyed with the back and forth, the whole F you, Danny, and like, why are you here? Did you stop our door like F you because you went there with another? You playing just as many games as her. You flew a whole out, sir, to have Brussels sprouts at Steam Plant, and you want to be outside the door talking about F you, Danny?
Oh, not a whole. You flew a whole. Yes, that part got me. Yeah. When he was like, F you, Danny.
She was in there going to Pound Town. You flew a whole out. So clearly y'all are competing in the petty ass, goofy ass, I'm going to play all these goofy ass game Olympics. So come in.
Yes. That's why I don't get when people say, you know, Danny should just be with Preston. I'm like, no. She should not. First of all, going back to what you said when he made that statement, like, F you, Danny, she in there having sex with somebody else. And if she was, she's single. You, as you said, you flew a whole out here. So what if she? So what? And then when he was like, I was gonna confront whoever you was in here with. You was gonna confront who I was in here with, and you got a whole fiance in the hotel room. And this is what we talk about as women. And I'm not, all men are not like this, but this is what I'm talking about as women when people say, well, you know, you should let your guard down, or you should really be open. This the kind of foolishness that really do be out here. Men be having whole ass fiancés, girlfriends, wives, and and then it's like, oh no, but I love you. I want to be with you. You got a whole wife at home. You flew a whole hoe, not half a hoe as Erica say, but a whole hoe. You flew out here that's laid up waiting for you, and you in my house. In the words of Erica, Preston, go to hell. Preston, go to hell.
Right there, do not collect $200.
No, no,
like,
no. Go to hell.
But thank
please.
God that you were there. Because
yes.
Danny, you was trying your best, honey. I don't know how you let that scrawny ass, goofy ass looking man get on top of you, honey, but it was if Preston did not show up, it was going down.
And let me tell you, I be telling people, women all the time. I was telling my coworker, I said, I am never without something on me. And her eyes got so big. I said, she was like, what that mean? I said, I am never without something on me. You run up on me, you better have your life right with God, because you're going to meet him. I ain't finna try to stab you in the arm. I'm trying to stab you in a major organ. Like, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you. But as you said, thankfully Preston was there, and you know, he, you know, did what he had to do. I wish they would have did more damage, but you know, because Jonah just one of them guys that's not gonna stop.
Why he's still there? Like, okay, Preston, you don't want to kill him, that's fine, but drag his goofy ass about it here.
Please. What we finna do? Tie his ass up till the police come. I need to make sure you're not moving, sir. You're not gonna move. He laid. No, I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. I don't trust nobody who walk around with one crutch and you just got no, bro.
The damn airport, because like damn.
Yes.
Had her head on a swivel regardless.
Yes.
I think that this is going to spark her to actually move, which I'm not mad about. I
like that. I like that. I think that Danny.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, I think that something I talked about in my review, like I really believe that Danny does have a drinking problem, because when she opened that refrigerator, the only thing that was in there was alcoholic beverages. And I wondered, yeah, it was nothing in there but like beer and wine. I think it was wine, but it was just alcoholic drinks. And I wonder if Tyler is going to, I do like the idea of her moving, and I wonder if he's going to explore that, and also explore the fact that Danny may indeed have a drinking problem. Because that she didn't have no food, just alcohol. And I was like, that's interesting that was even shown. Right. Because when she opened up the fridge, you saw what was in there. And I was like, I don't think that was just like happenstance that was showed to the viewers. So I wonder if he's going to explore that.
So in Preston deciding to stay, sending Mindy ass home because he wants to be there to protect Danny, the boy that made bail, yada, yada. Well, before we even get to he made bail the next day. Yeah. Preston wants to stay there. Danny don't want him there. What are your thoughts on that? Because I literally looked at it and I was like, okay, girl, this man just ran up in your house, was here waiting on you to return to take you up off this earth. Let this man stay. Put the damn cake down. Because clearly that is dysfunctional right now. Clearly you need to recalibrate. Like, please. But she was just so adamant at a point to like not want Preston to stay. What are your thoughts about that?
I would have let him stay. Number one, I would have, I think for me, I would have appreciated it more if Danny showed that she was shaken up by the experience. Because it was kind of like it happened and no, just go, that girl at the hotel. First of all, Mindy would be the last thought on my mind. She wouldn't have even came up in conversation. I would have been shaken up, but if it was me, Jonah would have been dead. But because it's Danny, I would have wanted, like he would have been gone, but I would have wanted, I would have allowed Preston to stay there just for that sense of security and comfort knowing that if Jonah was to come back, or like I would let him stay. Like, I wouldn't have been, and I understand the strong and having your cape and everything, but sometimes that cape gets ripped and you need someone, you know what I'm saying? You need someone there. So I would definitely would have allowed him to stay with no kind of resistance. I would have allowed him to stay.
Yeah, I feel like while I don't necessarily agree with Preston's position in her life and the emotional and mental trauma that I still believe that he's exacting upon her with the whole introduction of Mindy, period, like in that moment, she definitely needed protection. She needed support. She needed a presence. And you right there. The only thing that I kind of wish that would have happened that did not happen is that he should have called the girls.
Yeah.
I definitely think that somebody breaks in to try to kill your ex, want to be whatever the fuck y'all are.
Whatever y'all are.
Breaks in, you call her family, and her family right now, specifically in Atlanta, is her girls. The next morning, Preston is making arrangements so that he can basically move back in, and we saw, of course, like in the moment, Danny don't want to talk about it. I doubt that Danny's actually even going to want to talk about it moving forward because she's avoiding, you know what, she be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay, well, how does this actually work? And I agree with him. I agree with him. I'm like, okay, you want me here? You say I cross boundaries, yada yada. So who house you going over? Oh, you're not going to open nobody's house. So then this is the only option. So I'm really interested to see in next episode where's Danny's mind at, because we're also getting exposed to her experiencing all of this trauma, specifically around what's happening with Jonah, and she's having very little to no time to process it and to move on. Like Preston getting her up talking about she gotta go to work. No, I don't. What job?
They wouldn't be seeing me.
Last night. A man tried to unalive me last night. I don't give a damn about nobody in no flights. I don't care what y'all need.
None. I wouldn't be there. And then she's a super, like, I would, and to me, it's like those are the things that, and I'm not saying, I know everybody deals with trauma differently. Like some people love, you know, they want to continue their day to day, their normal situation. But for me, with the women on this show, none of them are able to process trauma to me in a realistic way. It's either like this happened, oh, go to work the next day. This happened, oh, y'all got a date the same night. Oh, this happened, let me go chill with, like, no, it's so much that's piled that they never get a chance to like deal with their trauma in a way that is healthy. So we keep seeing them get into these situations and predicaments, and unfortunately, like the fandom believe that these men can solve all the problems. You know what I'm saying? And like it's like, no, that's not what it is.
It worse.
Making it worse. Making it like it would have been like my man would have been like I believe it would have been like, hey, this what happened. You need to call off. Let them know what happened. You need a few days to recalibrate, get yourself together. I would love to see that, but that just like what she experienced and then having to go to work and he know where she worked and he showed up like before. What's stopping him from doing it now? She said she has a restraining order, and I thought that was a great point for her to make because unfortunately in this country, in this world, you have women who have restraining orders all the time, and they still end up getting murdered. They still end up getting harassed. So I think that was a great thing for Tyler to write in there that sometimes no restraining orders don't mean nothing, and unfortunately they don't do anything until something actually happens to that person. So yeah, it's just I don't like that. They don't get to deal with their traumatic experiences. We never see that.
Yeah. And it's so many at such a short amount of time.
Yeah. It really is.
I saw a comment, because it's not as much as it used to be, but I saw a comment the other day of like, basically somebody was coming for Karen, and they're like, it's been 2.5 years. She needs to get over it. I'm like, y'all, we are literally in week 7.
We in week. Thank you for doing the math.
We are in week 7 of these people's lives, and all that we have seen over the course of 5 seasons and 2 episodes has taken place over the course of 7 weeks.
7 weeks.
Beef and for real, please, because you're not.
Yeah.
You're
Please. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
What are your thoughts moving forward with Danny? Like, what are you expecting? I feel like after seeing her in this episode, I really don't know where she goes from here. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch her scenes, but what are your thoughts?
Mm-hmm. Where I think Danny is going, of all the sisters, actually, I think Danny would be the one that would end up going to therapy. I can actually see her going to therapy. And the reason why I say that is because she has dealt with like back-to-back domestic situations. And not only that, but she's actually been hit. You know, she's been hit upon, she's been spat upon, her house has been broken into. But then again, I think about this as Tyler Perry's writing as well. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you right now, those who listen to my reviews, I'm gonna put it out here right now. If Zach go to therapy before any of these women do, it's gonna be on like popcorn, as they say. But no, I could see her going in that direction. But then again, I think it's gonna take maybe a person I'm not, probably the person I would least expect to be the person that sparked the thought for her to go. Like I kind of see, because I don't think it's gonna be Sabrina or Andy. Maybe Karen. It may be Karen. Or I'm trying to think of somebody I would least expect, maybe even Calvin. Like maybe, because I think I wouldn't expect that to happen, but I would think that because she said so many crazy things to him and he's never really retaliated against her verbally. And I think that maybe something Calvin might say to her may get her to go to therapy, but it's just kind of hard because I really haven't seen any growth from that character. So it's hard for me to really be like, yeah, I don't really know. Other than her making jokes, being the same Danny, it's really, I have a block. Like, it's really hard for me to see like a progression of Danny.
Has she hit rock bottom yet? Or is it possible that she's still going down?
I think there's still levels to go down because I just feel like this situation here, if I would have seen Danny being shook up about it, shed a tear about it, really like, no, like if Preston would have said, well, I'm gonna go, if she would have said, no, I need you to stay with me tonight, like that part of it, I would have been like, I could see her like this is a low point for her, but I really haven't seen that. And so I don't know. It's hard for me. It really is. I would have to really think about it. But like right now, it's hard for me to assess that with Danny.
That's real. I have no idea. I'm gonna think on it.
I was gonna ask you like how you feel about that. Like how you feel about like her trajectory.
Bottom than like I feel like she hasn't actually hit bottom yet, and that's the part that's like scary and very sad to me. Honestly,
it is.
Like I don't know if she's actually anywhere close to where her bottom is. Like while she could have an alcohol abuse problem, it could get worse. While she could have a substance abuse problem, it could still get worse. Like she's not missing work. She's not, not paying her rent. You know what I'm saying? Like it could just get way, way worse. Like right now it looks like her exacting or acting out her feelings and emotions, whether that's stress, anger, frustration, depression. It looks like her cracking a bunch of jokes that is not like, it's self-sabotagey, like adjacent. Like right now she's in the face of the things that she's doing is going to prevent her from moving forward, but it's not necessarily pushing her back in life. She's, like I said, she's still able to take care of herself, meet her basic needs, do all of that. Like I feel like rock bottom looks like when people are in a space where they can no longer actually survive in the manner that they had been surviving before. So I definitely think that she still has some ways to go down. But then again, I don't even know if that's something that Tyler's going to explore with her. Like I feel like in addition to the fandom relying on these men to come and save these women, even though these men are goofy anyway, I feel like Tyler leans heavily into more of the conversations around the romantic relationships and the interpersonal relationships versus what's actually happening with these women on just the like internal level and like aside from whatever is going on in society. So I feel like if he was to explore her actually hitting rock bottom, that would be him making a choice for him to take the character more internal versus putting her with Preston or putting her with somebody else. And I've already done a bunch of breakdowns on the channel talking about new characters coming. She's gonna be dating Zach's homeboy Tony. Like, that's coming down the line. So it's like, I don't necessarily
know. Is him?
Well, it's a Tony. I'm assuming that it's Zach's Tony, because why do we have the same name? But
you know, this Tyler have the same name with 4 people on the same show. But because I was curious about that too, because I know he got kids or whatever that's upcoming. But I was like, I don't think that's one got kids. But I don't know. We gonna find out either way. We don't
really know a lot about Tony.
We don't. Oh, well, we gonna see, child. Oh God, that's horrible. But anyway,
do we want to go ahead and talk about our missing sister, because we don't have much to say?
Yeah, because we don't got much. We ain't got much.
Aaron, that damn salon burnt down to a damn crisp. Oh, but we can talk about Aaron
and Pam. I did say this. I said this to my mom earlier though. Like, I did say this to my mom because I was like, and maybe I have to go back and rewatch it, but I was like, why was Aaron calling her anyway? Because she made the statement. Huh? No, excuse me. Not Pam. Why did Aaron call? Why was he calling Karen? Because she told him that she would call him when she's ready to talk.
But that's what Aaron do.
But and that's my thing. I'm like, now she already said that she would call you when she's ready to talk. But that is Aaron. That Aaron gonna pop up. Aaron gonna call. Aaron gonna do, he's gonna do what he does. But the thing with
I'm one of them girls. Apply pressure, sir, because
you're okay.
You have opened the womb and you're asking to apply pressure. If I don't answer, that's on me. But I still need to know that you give a shit. So I ain't even faulting him for that. Blow the phone up. You damn right.
Oh. I don't think I'm an apply pressure person. I think, but it depends. Because if I say we're not going to talk, and I guess I can give grace because she said she wasn't ready to talk about that. Yes. Not that she didn't want to talk to him. So that is a difference. That is a difference. Because if I tell you,
I'm a little emotional cancer ass.
Okay.
Like, just because you messed up, where the hell is my breakfast? Where the hell is my lunches that you have been making? Like, this is all the stuff. I'm like, that's where I'm at. Like, you were already doing those things now. And yes, I said I don't want to talk about it. I will talk to you about it when I want to talk about it. But, like, applying pressure looks like to me, like, you still try to keep up and maintain the stuff that you have laid out. Because you don't care that much. Like, I'm going to still need to see that happen. Because if it all just stops immediately after you mess up, oh, well, bad. Don't hear about your business.
Oh. Well, see, I'm a Virgo. So if I say don't call me until Thursday, don't call me until Thursday. Don't text me. Don't message me. Don't IM me. Call me on Thursday. Now, if Friday come and you ain't call me, then we're going to have a problem. So you don't follow directions. I said call me on Thursday. That's me. I don't know if that's good or bad, but you know what I'm saying? That's me.
What it is. I think that self-awareness on both parts is just beautiful.
You're right. Right. Yeah, but she was missed. She was missed.
I was missed. I'm not even mad. Like, I don't feel like it harmed the story at all for her to not be there, especially because it really just took place, which is the Tyler Perry timeline.
Correct.
It just took place over the morning. Everybody getting ready for work.
Everybody
moving around. Getting
ready for work.
Clothes on, and like, so not much time has passed at all. So it makes sense for her to actually not be there, but she was definitely missed.
She was. Who next? We gonna save Andy for last. We're gonna go to Fatima first, and then Fatima.
Well, yeah, because Fatima gets wrapped up in the goofy shit from the very end. Yes, let's go to Fatima so we can go ahead and get that out the way.
Fatima, okay. First thing first, I got to say that outfit that sis had on, Crystal looked good. Them colors was popping. Those colors was popping.
What they did with her hair in this episode, but the outfit is cute.
Yeah, I like the outfit. I like the outfit. I like the colors in the outfit. Okay. So we find out Zach can't cook or whatever, it gives
We
her heartburn.
already
But you
knew
can do
that.
well,
And
that's what I'm
don't get
saying.
on me, y'all, because I'm watching season 1, and when he made Karen breakfast in bed, and she was just like, I have a very sensitive stomach. Like, this is something we already know. So Zach acting like he don't know how to cook is like beyond me. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah. And then he ended up giving Karen burgers or something because he couldn't cook. But that's okay. And then she was like, well, there's so many other things you could do great. I said, if y'all have one more sexual innuendo, I'm gonna come through this TV and uppercut both of y'all. I don't want to hear about y'all sex. Like, I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Y'all, when you in love and you getting done right, I get it. But every scene is sexual. Okay, whatever. So then when we get to, he gonna call Heather because he wants to be formally introduced to his son. And, basically he was going to wait till Fatima got off work to go see him because Fatima wanted to go. And then she was like, well, no, maybe you should go because what if it's bad? I'm like, what you mean? What if it's bad? What if it's bad? Yeah, because what if it is bad? Well, what did I say about that? Well, we'll wait until that time comes. I said, y'all confused the hell out of me. What is going on right now? What is going on right now? Like, this whole thing, like the way that this is going, like I already said in my review, I feel like Tyler is setting this up for Zach to be daddy of the decade, for him to be mighty dad. I know that, for Heather to look so bad, even though she's been taking care of this child for 3 years, and I guess we can kind of weave her into this discussion as well. I didn't like the fact that when Zach called her and she was like, I get in at 7. I mean, I get in at 6, but it's 7. I know, I just got home. Well, where the baby be at? Oh, he be with my sister. Well, who watch him when you sleep? He home by himself. He in the next room. He's fine. And I saw so many women was like, she's a bad mom. How you gonna be in your room sleep while your child in the other room? I said, don't do that, baby. Let me tell you something. If I'm coming home from work and my sister done left and my child is in the room at 7 o'clock in the morning, baby, I'll fix you something to eat. You could come in here and sleep with mommy. What you mean? He's not there by himself. Doing it anyway. That's what pissed me off. I'm like, y'all doing this anyway. Don't act like this woman is an unfit mom because her baby, she has a 2-bedroom, obviously. He in his room, she in her room. I'm like, please don't do that. Try to make Zach seem like he damn.
Y'all acting like she's a horrible mom. One, because Tyler Perry's giving us trash writing when it comes to this. But
yes,
because I love the way that Deval looks.
Exactly.
You really need to be real. Like, stand up. Y'all are so weak in the knees.
Yeah.
Stand the hell up.
Yeah. I hate that. What else happened? She was late for work. Girl, I don't know. Because I'm like, what did they? Because that whole my son, gotta make sure my son good, and I make sure he not like. Shut up,
please. And like, I want to be 100% clear with y'all. I am looking for every reason at this point to not be on Zachary Taylor's head because I would prefer not to be there. Like, I really would prefer to just have nothing but glowing rainbows and sunshine to send Zach's way. I prefer to be under Gary's bed and in his nightmares and on his head. I prefer to be like ready to like annihilate Hayden, and those are the 2 men that get all of my venom and vitriol. However, Zach needs to be all the way for real because you literally got the results for this DNA test and sat your goofy ass behind in this duplex worrying about running around with Tweedledee and Tweedledoofus to see if it's on you and throwing money and headbutting Paul. You're doing everything.
Come on now.
Girl, aside from even going to go and meet your son, and then now all of a sudden that you have gotten bored or you and Fatima have gotten to an okay place at this point in time and you don't have nothing else better to do, we supposed to get on board with you, my son. Sir, you wasn't thinking about this little ass boy. You wasn't worried about him
at all.
And it's fine that you now are getting to it. It's on your agenda. But, like, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, Zachary.
Please don't.
Because, again,
please don't.
Dumb across my damn forehead.
Okay.
And also,
Okay.
you are giving just as much not stable. You just came up on $1 million 4 weeks ago and almost lost that 2 weeks into having it.
Come on.
Twice, Zachary. Where was Michael
Come on.
while you was in jail?
Come on. Speak the truth. Tabernacle, as they say.
You gonna live with your mother? Where you gonna be, Zach? I'm gonna calm down.
Calm
But like,
down.
he could have came in real smooth. He could have been like, you know what? I really want to go see about Mike while I have been distracted, and I really need to shift my priorities over to my son. I am about to walk into being a double father, and let me go ahead and get this straight while Karen baking. I would have no worries.
Yes.
I would have nothing to say. I'd be like, yep, it's about time. It
Yeah.
took you a minute, but hey, you got here. But the way that you want to villainize Heather out of no damn where, over $2,000 that you purposely lowball her at, like,
yes,
you're not, everything in the milk ain't clean, Zachary, and you are not a saint. Cut it out.
No, yeah. I ain't got. That's all I got to say about him.
Stand up, because girl, say something to it. Like, I get it. Y'all love a down ass bitch. I get it. You love a loyal asshole. Like, I get it. Like, my man, and like speak life over him. Like, oh my God, girl. I was going through my comments because I have been like missing in action, y'all. I'm a writer. I have been picketing because the writer strike is happening. So I have been a little detached from my channel. I was catching up on comments, and like there's so many bad comments that I was going through, and I'm working on a video specifically about Zach and Karen from the past.
Okay.
And I'm going back through comments, and it's just like, yeah, because Fatima just speaks life over him, and Fatima is the one who's going to get him to his potential, and Fatima is the one who's going to push him into everything that he deserves. And I'm just like, is she a mule?
Yeah.
Like, why does she have to do all of this work? Like, why is it necessary? It's one thing to be positive and to be supportive. Cool. I have no problem with that. But another thing that was a very real part of Fatima's character at the start of this series, which is dissipating very quickly as you see it play out in their relationship, is Fatima used to be real. You can support somebody by telling they ass the truth.
Yes.
Support does not look like becoming a yes person and always telling people that they are right and that they are good and that they are fine and that they are perfect, especially when they asses are not. And I'm just like, Fatima, support him connecting with his son, but also push him to stand on his own 2 feet to do so. You gonna come with me to go see my son? No, I'm not. I'm not.
No.
The first time to see your son, I'm not going with you. I'm not doing it.
No.
I can love you down, but I'm not going. You got it.
Yes.
That is what support looks like. That is what love looks like. Because why does she need to be there?
Yes. I agree.
Dad, to make sure that he's good. Why is he so unstable on his own? Whether it's emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and hell, you might got this goddamn duplex, but Bryce is the reason why you financially okay.
Facts.
Pick a struggle, Zachary.
Pick
one.
Facts.
And tighten up with the rest. I'm sorry.
No. I agree with you, and that's something I actually wrote down. I was just like, when he was like, you want to go, and she was like, yeah. I said, why do you want to go? Because I know in the beginning, my perspective of their relationship has always been Fatima has played the mommy role from the very beginning, and then when she start doing certain things, oh, Fatima done changed. Oh, Fatima's not his mom. Fatima, I think, was a crutch because everything that was going on in Zach's life, she tried to fix it. Oh, I'll call him. I'll set up the meeting. I'll go with you. I'll make sure you don't have to worry about this. That is a grown-ass man, fully grown-ass man who obviously was capable of doing things before you came into the picture. Let him handle that. Let him do that. You don't have you. Why do you need to be there? He wants to be formally introduced to his son to build a bond. It needs to be him and Michael, not him, Michael, and you. You can come later, sis. You don't need to be there at the initial formal meeting, even though they done both seen the baby before. But anyway,
The T is, yes, he wants you to go because he don't know what the hell he about to do.
He don't know
exactly.
exactly.
He wants you to be able to tell him what the move is based off of how this place looks. And this is not that I want Zach to be going through life alone or have to struggle with being by himself. I want him to find the confidence of the man who he keeps saying that he is, that he actually is not. I want him to step into the intentions of that man. I want him to figure out one, that he is not, there's a big gap in where he thinks he's at versus where he's actually at. And the only way that you actually bridge that is practice and doing. If Fatima is always there to fix your problems, to give you the answer, regardless of y'all are life partners and going to get married or not, if she's always there, you're going to need her to always be there. And the problem is not necessarily leaning on somebody or needing somebody, because we all need somebody, but what the hell is Fatima going to do when she needs the same thing in return and you're not able to because you never worked this muscle and you weak as
Paul? He gonna go, because you know what I feel, and I said that I was being funny but serious, low key, because I've always felt like, even though I've never like been this huge fan of Fatima and Zach together as a couple, I have always felt like that Fatima has gotten the short end of the stick in this relationship from the very beginning. Because when you read the comments, it's always, she was supposed to be his rock. She was the one that was helping, like as you stated before. But my question is, what does Fatima get when Fatima is down, when she is emotionally going through something? Does Zach have the capacity to provide her the things that she needs? I don't believe that he does. So it's like, why are we, I'm not gonna say we, I'm saying as a fandom, that people put so much responsibility on Fatima to make Zach a better man when he has to make that decision to be better. He loved to say things about himself that's not true. And I understand the Bible, speak those things that be not as though they were, but faith without works is dead. Do the work, Zach. How you gonna beat up, I ain't gonna say beat up. How you gonna come down to the steam plant, start this altercation, then scream, I'm trying to be a good man. I'm trying to be a good man. Where? No, you're not. No, you're not. And so it's like, it's easy. And I think that's a real life thing. I think it's easy to say what you want to do, how you want to be. But when it comes to actually doing that, it is a challenge. And it'll definitely show you where you are not. And I think that's where we're seeing Zach. And I would like to see his character mature in a way, because I have people all the time telling me, oh, Zach has changed so much. Zach is the only character on the show that has exemplified growth. I said growth as in a bank account, yes. Growth as in emotional maturity, no. What has Zach done, and not to harp on him, but it's like, what has Zach done to demonstrate a level of maturity that is different than when he was with Karen? And then people say, well, he hasn't cheated. It depends on your definition of cheat. If we're going to talk about it, it depends on your definition of cheating.
It depends on your definition of cheat, because you
yes.
in a bathtub with Deja in it would have had me set this whole goddamn duplex on fire.
And I know you would. And I know you would have. I know you would have. The fact that
face.
Baby, let me come home and my man coming from our neighbor's house and you got a heart on. Where you got that from? Who gave you that? I would, okay, we need to start that. First of all, well, that's a whole nother show. But
I want to add a real quick. Not only do you come over or you come out of there with a heart on, you look me in my damn face with all the audacity that you can muster and that you bought down at the Walmart and tell me, well, at least you know I ain't do nothing because I was still hard.
Yeah. Ooh, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Clearly you don't shit. Let me cut it off. How about that?
Yeah.
No, I be showing my damn crazy on this good here, Brianna's internet. I'm gonna keep it cute. I have done some things like.
All right, Lorena.
20-something Erica, and honestly, I'm speaking from that because these girls give me 20-something. A lot of decisions that they make, I resonate with them from when I was in my 20s, and I did some things.
Yeah.
Not being able to regulate my emotions, not being able to process, and honestly, I feel like the only thing saving me now in my 30s is that I don't date men like that. So I won't respect.
True.
I'm very much so capable of doing the shit I did in my 20s. But now I just know to avoid certain men.
True. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. I missed that part. I didn't get too wild. Like I know I got wild. I didn't get too like destructive. I don't know. I couldn't, because I always thought about, if I'm gonna go extreme, I'm gonna go to jail. And I didn't want to go to jail. And that was like my thing, like I guess like, in my mind.
God is great,
and,
Lord.
You know,
I could have maybe ended up in a booking or two, and thank God I didn't have an abusive partner because I was violent at different points.
Okay. Yeah.
But he also had me fucked up, so.
Well, you know, so hey, F around to find out, as they say, so, things happen.
Knowing thyself, I'm also a like tick, 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 boom type of person. So it's also not like a one and done thing, but Zachary is inching his way up.
Yeah. Facts. If I was Fatima, it would have been done. It would have been over. But as you said, the kind of men that we dated in our 20s, these are not the type of men that we're gonna date prayerfully in our 30s. You experience growth, maturity. You understand your worth. Yep. You understand what I'm not going to put up with, what I'm not going to deal with for a year. Because I see it, and it happened in the first week. Oh, we done. Period. We done. For what? I'm not going to deal with that. You don't want to correct that and deal with it in a healthy and effective way, and you've told me you're not going to do it? Okay. Bye.
You have nothing else to talk about.
Absolutely nothing.
Good luck, sir.
Absolutely nothing. Please. Peace be on.
But
to you.
The Zach and the Fatima storyline tied to that is Tamara and Hayden, because for whatever reason, Fatima still thinks that keeping Tamara going, even though Tyler's already given us the whole, girl, you did all that you needed to do, go ahead and move on. But then in this episode, she's like, okay, I'll let you know, but then also don't want to pay her. Fatima, whatever the hell Tamara is about to do to you, girl, and I love you, Fatima, you deserve that shit. Whatever she got up her sleeve for you, you deserve it. Because first of all, you was being goofy, meeting her at the office for your little powwows about this mission, dumb. And now that you got Heather off the thing, got this sign, child support, blase, bloom, you don't even know Tamara no more. Tamara calling you, say, who is this? Oh, it's Tamara. Oh, girl, we good. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you gonna let her know about? You are walking into your own demise when it comes to this. And a snake is gonna be a snake. It's gonna be a snake. The writing was on the wall with Tamara. What do you think?
Tamara, I feel like you feel it, because I was like, first of all, when the whole thing was being organized, when Tamara was trying to get her a job at the law firm, Fatima had the girl go and get the application and trash it. And I'm like, why you trying to hold this sis back from better? Maybe she don't want to be. Why you trying to be? She might. But why you trying to hold up her glow up, Fatima? But I just felt like you hired a city girl. She gonna do what city girls do. Why are we surprised? Now I ain't gonna lie. You better pay her. You better pay her.
Madam is madam, but you better call madam.
You better do something. Now I ain't gonna lie, and maybe it's just me, maybe I'm a little crazy. Hey, it didn't look really cute this episode. Chris is fine. Chris is fine.
So it just blocks all of the.
It didn't block me tonight.
He started to shake that head off of him. You get to see Chris's spine come through.
Yeah.
He's focusing on minding his damn business, and that's what we love to see. So now, you ain't wrong.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. He was on that phone with Gary. I said, what is this I'm feeling? What is this emotion that's trying to come up out of me while I'm looking at Hayden of all people? I said, but the actor who plays him, Chris, he is fine. But I was like, Hayden looking a little cute this episode. But I just feel like, and to me, and Gary is just too involved. Like, you fall back because you got a lot of stuff going on to be overly concerned about what Hayden is doing. Like, I need you to fall back. Also,
I feel like he don't.
Yeah.
He to pull a girl, and then he mad that he didn't get enough from Andy, so he didn't have nothing else better to do because, again, Gary's a goofy ass menace.
He is.
That's all I need you to do. I need you to drop Gary's ass. Like, what? You have a great job. You
drop him. Yes.
All day. Now you just bang Tamara. Like, you have life made. Release yourself from the shackles of goofy ass Gary. Fake friends.
Shackles of Gary. Please, because you better off without him. You better off without him. You don't need him. You don't need him. You don't need him. Like, you really don't.
You rooting for Tamara to take everything and to have the city girls up.
Tamara, you know what? And this is why I feel like Tamara should get whatever she get, because that girl was minding her own business. Madam called her up to come do this job, and she done had to deal with Hayden. She might like him a little bit. I'm waiting for that twist. That's what I want.
Honestly,
me
like,
too.
All for him, and like this turned into some kind of happily ever after. Side note, sis is looking how she looking at her Savage X Fancy, honey.
Baby, first of all, Tamara with, and I like that look on her because the hair that they got her wearing now, she even looks a bit more mature. So I'm like, maybe it's intentional changing the way that she looks because it's going to change. Maybe something in her character is going to change. So I'm looking forward to that. Like, I don't know the actress who plays her, but I actually do like her dynamic on the show.
Yeah.
Like, I do like that. Yeah, I'm not even mad at that.
I mean, I get it. It's a bunch of sex. But also, girl, like, you could only hoe for so long. You can only, turn a couple, like, you can only turn with so many tricks, girl. You might have found your out, honey. So let's not try to take everything. Let's go ahead and get a ring.
Is this the black pretty woman? Get out the game. Get out the game, Tamara.
This is no exit, baby.
Baby. Because Hayden is going to risk it all. He's willing to risk it all. Baby, better take him up on that offer. Take him up on it.
I mean, this ain't really my forte, but the ring runs in the oven is waiting for you. Just reach out and touch, honey. Reach out and touch.
Somebody's hand. Make your world a better place if you can, Tamara. Go ahead and do it, sis. Go ahead and do it. Please.
So overall, how are you feeling about Fatima's storyline in this episode?
I want more for her. Same. Even when I was watching it, I'm like, I want more for Fatima's role, storyline. I want more for Crystal in the Sisters universe. I don't really want to see her so much so her story is attached to Zach. But it's going back to what you said, how Tyler puts more emphasis on the romantic aspects of their dynamic or whatever. And I just want to like, who are you? Who are you outside of Zach? Who is this budding lawyer who they make references about? But I ain't seen you crack open a book.
Not one.
Not a book. You don't have a mentor.
Like, girl, you want to see that?
I do. I really do. I want to see that side of Fatima. I want to see, like, I just want to see her in her element. Like, you have what's the girl, Angela, as a friend. Oh, I'm using that word real loosely. But you have Angela there. It's like, I want to see who you are, like, as a person outside of Zach. I really do.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And honestly, like, if Tyler Perry was to dip his toe in that, right? Because you do have Fatima to do all the relationship stuff.
Exactly.
For on Sisters, like, I'm like, okay, sis wants to be a lawyer. Andy been her mentor. Andy ass is distracted. Do she get a job at the law firm? Do she become the new rising star because she really about that business and she own it and she not playing no goofy ass games with Zach not letting him impregnate her and she too focused? And then the next thing you know, she's going up against Andy and they trying to oust Andy's ass because they got a black girl and they got their quota. I'm here for that. But that's the
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
That is some story to be told. Like, give us her saving Zach's ass.
Yes, please. Yeah, I'm with that. I am. I'm with that.
I definitely want more for her. Last but certainly not least, little Miss Maria.
Erica, when I tell you, I was so disappointed. First of all, I have never seen anybody on, and this is just me because I don't watch a lot of television. I have never personally witnessed somebody being called a B so many times in one single episode. And it's the fact that she just takes it. Like he calling her sis. In your house, he done called you a B 50 times. He done called you a hoe 17 times. He done called your house raggedy, complained about your food. I said, what is going on? And then it was the fact that Maurice kept like, you need to call corporate. We need to get our jobs back. I ain't gonna lie, because I said if I was Sabrina, I would be focused on my job. Maurice could kiss my entire ass. I wouldn't help him do nothing. I wouldn't give him nothing. Matter of fact, get the hell out of my house. And I'm gonna tell you why I feel that strongly with Maurice. It's because of what Sabrina did to get him out of jail. And I felt that if for no other reason, and if with no one else, that his respect factor for her would be different. I know people use the B word like it's second nature, and me and my friends really don't, not that I'm against using that word, but we don't really use that word like that to greet one another. So that's not a part of my like vocabulary in that way. But I'm like, well, damn, but how many times can you call this girl this though? Like, it was overkill. Like, Tyler, I get it, but it was overkill. I don't know what the hell Sabrina doing. And I ain't gonna lie, I want Sabrina to get some, because she's stressed as hell. She need to relax. She done been through it. They took my girl hair out. She been trying to, save Maurice and everything. I just need for Sabrina to go on a vacation. Like, really go on a vacation and enjoy herself. Because she has, like, and I think because her character, and it's sad for me, Sabrina can almost be missed. Like she can almost be missed. And I'm just like, but she just needs a moment to regroup. Because sis done been through a lot. And then finding out she takes care of her mom. And now she doesn't have a job. And I think she only had $80,000. And I can't remember if she put that toward Maurice along with the money that Bio gave her. But it's like, I want to see. I feel the same way about Sabrina that I felt about Fatima. I want more for her. I want to see a little bit more who Sabrina is, and then to be introduced to the fact that she's her mom's caretaker, and we ain't never seen her mom, or that was just a random fact that was brought up.
He might just be her mom financier.
Financier, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that as well.
I don't know.
And I don't like her and Calvin together. I'm sorry. I don't like her and Calvin together.
I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't know if Tyler Perry is working some kind of voodoo on me. But I'm not mad when I see them. I'm not mad. And that might be also, y'all, I recently watched the season 2 of With Love, and I got a bunch of things percolating in my head about that concept of love. So just know that. But when I see them, I'm not as pissed as I have been. But then also, like, seeing how Calvin, like, looks at her and how he cares for her, I think that Bio is attracted to her. However, Calvin is invested in her. And there's just a certain level of credit that I'm going to give a man for that. And in all honesty, when it comes to Calvin and Sabrina, their relationship is only has problems because Sabrina don't know who the hell she is, and Sabrina doesn't give herself the green light in her own damn life. That is literally their problem. Because sexually, even if it's the things that he wants to do that you don't want to do, he's already told you, okay, we don't have to do those things. He's very open. Like, he's not closed off and shut down or whatever. You got to figure out if you could be okay with it. You got to figure out, like, are you mature enough to walk into this thing with this man? And being a woman of a certain age, I don't want to be like, oh, girl, this is it for you, because that's not the case at all. Like, don't settle. However, the way that Calvin has continued to show up, I'm just like, girl, this is in it for the long haul. Even so much of, like, trying to put his feelings on the back burner to give you space, but still trying to support you as best as he can. And this is, like, for me, Calvin is literally everything that you have said that you wanted. So what's the problem? And you have said that you're sexually attracted to him. You said that you're, like, physically attracted to him. So what's the problem? And then when we get to the problem, it's like your lack of communication, your lack of self-validation, your lack of self-awareness, which is all your problems. It's not actually y'all's relationship problem. So I think that that's helping me, like, not actually find fault with them as a unit, but more so, like, Sabrina, girl, get it together, because this is going to pop up for everybody. This is going to pop up for Bio, even with all his damn money. Like, you running around and then, oh my God, like, is he spending too much money on me, Daddy? Yeah, bitch, let him spend it on me. Like, that is what's coming. Like, it's going to, like, this same thing is going to continue to repeat itself within her life because she has not dealt with the core thing. So handle the core damn thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a problem with Maurice and the bitches, but I also am the girl who's, like, calling my friends on FaceTime and the first thing I say is big. Like,
Gotcha.
Girl. I also use hoe very interchangeably. Like, I rarely use, I use context clues for like, I give people context so that you can use context clues when I'm talking. So, like, I'll use the word hoe, but, like, I went to school in New Orleans. So, like, when I say hoe in regular context, it's like spelled Heaux.
Okay.
And it's like, girl, it's not necessarily like you a whole horse. Like I don't even that really, unless I'm specifically pointing out, like, Tamara, you out here on the track, honey, get your ass off.
And
then it's not even coming from a judgmental place. It's like, girl, you want to stay up, make the pivot, honey, make the pivot. So, like, I do use be and I do use hoe, and I feel like you can feel that there's no real animosity from Maurice. Like, for me, and watching him and how he, like, lashes out at everybody around him, it's really because he wants to lash inward. However, he has this weird mechanism set up, and I'm not even mad at it just because of what queer people have to go through and the persecution that they experience in society. So I feel like I'm giving him passes because I understand, or at least I want to understand in reference to how his actualization in life is. But I was really amused, honestly. I was tickled.
It was too much. It was too much for me because I'm like, damn, Tyler must have broken a record this episode. Because I'm like, how many times? Huh?
But also, I feel like Maurice is the perfect friend to give Sabrina the training wheel version of, like, stand up for yourself, bro. Stand up. All right, not too much. Because I'm not, like, tell me, like, I'm the friend who might drop a couple bees. All right, that last one.
Right.
Sabrina has ample time, energy, and space to be able to, like, hone or pull Maurice in. And while he has gone and done too much, he's also has shown that he's receptive to it because we've seen her check him before. I feel like maybe also I'm giving Maurice a pass with it because I also feel like Sabrina needs it. And she needs it from a friendly person because she doesn't do conflict well, period. At least having this conflict with a person who actually wants the best for her and, like, loves her is better than her having to, like, do it with someone who has real malicious intent.
Yeah, I could vouch with that. It was still too much for me. It was too.
I was here for them being like, this is your fault, because I would be that friend.
That part I like because she said, you know, this is kinda. I say no damn kinda. It is. You brought brought this man into our life and the chaos and confusion that came with him. You did it. Like, you need to own up, take responsibility for the things that you allowed to happen, and this is just what it is. I'm gonna tell you why. One of the reasons why I don't like Sabrina and Calvin. I don't like Calvin ass. Calvin is one of those men for me that I've seen. I can't remember the white girl who he was messing with, but he had sex with the white girl, came over to Sabrina's house, didn't call, just popped up. She was doing her thing with Jacoby, and he all hurt. The dude from the bank, really, and walked away. And I'm like, you just slid out of Snow White 2 hours ago. What you mad about? What are you mad about? And he's done that several times. Like, he'll do something, catch Sabrina with a dude or whatever, and then he's upset. Oh, so you sleeping with him? And I'm like, wait. But you're doing the same thing. So why is it okay for you to do it? But when it's Sabrina, you have something to say. But it does go back to what you said. Sabrina does not assert herself in a way where it's like, if Maurice was doing too much, like, all right, I ain't gonna be another hoe.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna be another bitch. Let that be the last one that you say. She doesn't, like, I will always give Andy credit for how she checked him. That was like my favorite Andy moment ever. When she called Andy, when she called Maurice. Yeah, like, I love that moment, and I'm just like, I think
do that with Gary.
And that's the thing. Sabrina done came at Jacoby. She done came at Gary. She done came at all these other people, but you can't do it to Maurice. Andy done came at all these people, but you can't do it the Neverland Flowers Gary. I'm confused. I'm confused. I don't know. He's just so I don't know. Girl. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I can't. That was funny.
Okay, but then if that's the case, then girl, if that's what you don't like about Calvin, then girl, you're not gonna like none of the men, because men do that.
But I do like the men. I have a big beef.
One of these men do that.
But it's different.
Mindy at the Motel 6.
I know, but see, we don't know Mindy. We don't know Mindy.
Leaning over bathtubs with naked assholes talking about, I want a fish out of you. And then Fatima is in an elevator at her job. Like, every last one of these men do that.
Well, you know, I don't like Zach. That's I don't like him. But I don't like the things that he do either. And I just feel like with Fatima, that whole moment in the elevator, if that was me, it wouldn't have been no argument, because he would have been arguing with himself. For you to even think that I would lower or disrespect myself by giving head to a nigga that I don't even know, you accusing me of giving head on the elevator, my dude? Really? That's at my job. My whole thing would have been, is that what you? I would ask him one question: is that what you really think of me? Ain't no wiggle room. It's either yes or no. Is that what you really think of me? Because if you think that low of me, this your ring back, and I will be I will be checking out of your house back into my condo. If you think that less of me, I'm done. I don't have the tolerance that these women have, as you said, and make you think about when you were 20 or in your 20s. That's how it makes me think. 20s, you dealt with a lot of BS because you don't know and you're learning.
Baby,
but you
some of that Virgo
now I don't have the mental space.
I love it. That question right there resets the whole board. When I thought about what I would do, he would be like, we would be going to war in there, because I would have been sticking up for Paul, and then it would have made him mad. And I'm just like, well, fight me then. Like, I am that girl.
Gotcha.
Let's go. Like, I would be like, that, and then Paul's ass will be, because he's such a great guy.
Oh, yes.
He fight for me. Yes, the hell I can.
Oh, yeah.
And we finna do this.
Yeah.
We finna do this. Okay, Zachary, let's do it. You want to
Gotcha.
Fight me? Like, I am that girl. Not me, Alicia all my crazy on Rihanna's internet.
We finna be on the elevator.
Is that what you think of me? Is that
what in my day? Is that what you think of me?
I like that, but my first brain would have been like, my shoes, okay, bet. I would just put my shoes on, but they can come the fuck back off.
Yeah.
What you want
to 20 in the 20s, Alicia would have responded differently. But we matured now.
Offended.
Exactly.
Like, that would have been the back thought. Like the back thought would be like, you really think that of me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not you. Like it's not on no freaky nasty stuff with you that I love. You
right.
Think of me that way. Okay, bet. And that would not have come out. What have come out would have been, you just called me a bark ass hoe, and now I gotta bust your ass behind it.
Woof woof. that's what you call me, and that's what we finna do. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like when I really when I was to sum it up, Erica is like 20 something. Erica was like, okay, bet. I could show you better than I could tell you. And now it's like, okay,
yeah,
let's have a conversation. But I can still show you, but don't trip.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been there. I've been there in that situation where it was like, he wasn't my boyfriend, it was somebody I was messing with. And he tried, girl, I went to his house, short story, and I saw a shoe in his room. I said, whose shoes are those? Oh, they're mine. Mind you, I had a pair of those same shoes, these women's shoes. Who this belong to? Oh, they're my sisters. I said, oh, they're your sisters? They your sisters. Okay, now mind you, I didn't know this, but my crush was his roommate. So when I came out his room, I said, you stay here? And he was like, yeah, he was like, oh, that's your man. I said, no, he's not my man. He's not my man. I said, where your room at? And he was like, his room was next door to his. I was like, oh, that's your room? And so he was like, yeah. He was like, you want to come in? And I turned to look at old dude, and I was like, I do want to come in, but I'm not. I said, but it's nice to know where you live. And walked on that, because what was about to happen, I was finna be real ratchet. I was gonna go in his, because I had such a huge crush on this guy, and I never knew they were roommates. And so I'm like, I was finna go in there, do my thug dizzle, make a whole bunch of noise. I really would, but that's 20s. That's 20s. Oh, it was finna go down.
I wish I had that in me, low key, because that is savage. I feel
it would have done.
Like I'm a very one-track minded person, which is probably how I get very crazy. Because like when I'm into something with somebody, I don't see anybody else but that person. So it also becomes a thing of like, you know what I could have had that I didn't even see.
But see, I ain't like that.
Say, brought us on this goofy ass tangent to be like, girl, you gonna have to lighten up on Calvin. Calvin is the least of our problems.
He is. I don't even be thinking about him.
Into a backwards ass marriage and hanging a white woman in my face.
Yeah.
And
I'll be thinking about Calvin.
Huh?
I'll be thinking about Calvin only because he was in the scene. Other than that, I really don't think about it. And I think for me, like the men, I'm one of those people where like I don't have a one-track mind. It's like all over the place. If I'm in a relationship with you, I'm faithful. I'm not gonna I'm faithful. But if we just, then I can, with whoever I choose to. Like I'm that person. But I'm very honest. I'm very honest in that way. And I think for me, like even when I look at the sisters, it's like honesty is a big component that they do not function in. Whether it's, this is how I feel about you, Preston. Calvin, this is what I want for you. I do want to be with you. However, I am very uncomfortable with some things, and I'm not mature enough to deal with you and I don't think that even would stop the story, but I think it's, the tug of war that you feel I can only speak from a woman perspective, as a woman. Like, I know what it's like to love somebody, but he got a whole bunch of kids, whole bunch of baby mamas, and I don't want to deal with that. But what do I do with the fact that I love him? I've been there, that tug of war. What do you do? And I had to get to a place, I'm like, but I love this dude. But it was two baby mamas. I love this dude. Okay, we're going to see what happens. And, you know, that was my man. And it was like, but this is what I'm going to do. And I think that uncertainty is going to be there because you don't know how it's going to pan out. But it's that honesty. Like, I was very honest. First thing, I'm not dealing with baby mama drama. If you got drama over there, I need you to handle it, deal with it. Those are your kids, not mine. So the same with Fatima. You want to come with me? No. Them your kids. You want to spend Father's Day with me and my kid? No, them your kids. I'm be over here. You come, we chill when you done with them. And I just feel like I just would love to see that honesty, even if it's a struggle to speak. Like, see it come out. Like, just say how you feel. You know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to meet you where you are, but I want to try to get there. Like, are you willing to work with me? You know, something like that. Like, I would love to see them operate in that manner, but you know, I don't know if we'll ever get that.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I live in Southeast LA. And clearly.
What's some gunshots, fireworks?
Fireworks show.
Okay. Well, at least they fireworks. I'm okay with that. Okay. I was like, just wanted to make sure you was okay.
Yeah, girl. I need more from Paul. Because now that I really am thinking about it, like, these men is not giving what they thought they gave. And even us giving Calvin a little, at least me giving Calvin a pass.
Yeah.
It's still ain't enough.
More from Paul, more of Paul. That's how I see it. More of him.
Thank you. Please and thank you, Mr. Tyler. We greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
All right,
was that the last sister?
Huh? That was the
last sister?
So if you want to chime in and share your thoughts on the episode or any of the sisters, feel free to request me so that we can bring you up. What's next as we wait for people to request and share?
What do we have?
We're live right now on Twitter Spaces, so you can request on Twitter Spaces or on Instagram. We can go through and we got a request on Twitter Spaces.
Okay.
Are you still there, Christina? Christina, you there? Do it right, child. Approve. She's not there. I can't hear you yet, Christina. I don't know if it's me or what. While we get Christina up, what's next?
Advice that we would give to the sisters, like,
Christina,
what would be some?
So, honey, do you want to share? I'm listening.
What would be some wisdom we would give to these sisters of ours?
Don't hit to work. Good job not eating a breakfast. Let Zach debrief you when you get home. You do not need to go to Heather's house.
Facts.
At least not right now. Like, I'm not, because clearly y'all have to, like, come together and, like, y'all building a family and cool. Y'all gonna get married, cool. But I'm just saying, every step at this beginning stage, you've already done too much. You have run Heather's head into a damn mirror, girl. You have swabbed her baby behind her back. Sit this one out.
Would she low-key need her ass beat? I'm still a proponent for that because she pulled a girl Melanie with that one.
And that's why I'm not necessarily mad at it, because I wasn't mad when Melanie did it. It ain't right, but it is what it is.
I feel like Fatima needs to relax.
Wait, what you say, Christina?
I feel like Fatima needs to relax.
Fatima need to relax. Can you hear her?
Yeah.
All right.
She's doing a little too much in the relationship. Like, that isn't really giving what he's supposed to do, aside from good sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Points are made.
Fatima doing a little too much. I love her, but she's doing a little too much.
And not even just from like, girl, you too much, because you are everything, Black woman. Like you are everything,
Yes.
but like from a place of you literally deserve more, girl. Don't feel the need to invest so much just so that you can get what you're already owed. You have poured in way more. You can stop. We've reached the cap. The same way that the Roth IRAs and the 401ks give you a cap each year for the investment that you can get the return on, there's a cap. And I feel like, unfortunately, us as Black women, we're never really taught that there's a cap, or it gets misconstrued of like, if there's a cap, then it's not really unconditional love, or is it really love? It's like you have to do what's good for you as well. You cannot just have reckless abandon and focus on what you feel is going to be best for this other person and completely disregard your needs and your wants at the same time. The shit is unhealthy.
If she is like giving all of her to him, all her energy and everything she does, then what's left for her?
That part.
That's how I feel too. That's how I feel.
So it's okay to do certain things because y'all in a relationship together, and it's a give and take thing. But you giving and he just taking. It's not a 50-50 or something for both of them. Both of them are not getting fed like they should be. Zach is, but Fatima isn't.
And then honestly, I feel like it's giving a lot to Fatima to even say that Zach is fully being fed, because he's getting the prop up and he's getting the enabling, but he's not actually getting what he needs fully. He's getting a lot of his needs met, but he needs accountability. He needs honesty. He needs the push to stand on his own too. And girl, you robbing him of that while you are robbing yourself of filling your own damn cup.
Yes.
Ciao. Any other thoughts for the episode of Christina? Thank you for that great insight.
That was good. I love that. I love that.
I was listening to the conversation between Calvin, Maurice, and Sabrina. And I get Maurice's position, but he's acting a little reckless for me because, even think about it, they're out on bail, right? So if he get caught, he's not already caused the dude to get shot, although they were fighting over the gun. But if he was to die and really got caught for it, that would also get suspicion on Sabrina. Mm-hmm. Also, with the dynamic between Sabrina and Calvin, like, I'm not digging it.
No.
Me either, Sabrina.
Why you not feeling
I'm
it?
not digging it. It's like, it's too much confusion for me because Sabrina don't know what she wants. And all Calvin know is that he had feelings for her, but don't ever want to do that about it. I'm confusion.
I like that.
I mean, points were made.
I like that.
And at this point, this whole and Gary storyline needs to just go to the toilet. Because, like, this back and forth has been going on for 6 years. Like, you ain't figured it out yet. At this point,
it's pointless on top of, like... No, go ahead.
Is this Tamara and Hayden situation, why is that any his business?
Thank you. Thank you.
It literally will cost him nothing. Even if Hayden winds up being scammed, it will do nothing to you, Gary.
Nothing
you
to Gary.
Like this. He's not actually your friend.
No.
Hayden can go and go to hell. So I'm fine with it. But like, it is no direct effect of you in your life, so why are you concerned?
Yeah. That part.
Yeah. Give me her full name. Her full name. Her name might not even be Tamara for all we know.
None of your business.
Exactly. I'm like, dude.
And hating is already menacing enough. So let's say this was to happen. And he was stupid and gullible enough to listen to Gary. Right? So then that's dominoes falling on Fatima on top of all the drama she got to deal with Zach. Why do we need that?
We don't.
Oh, you took the words out of my mouth.
No. And honestly, now I'm also thinking it's gonna be blowback on Madam, because now Madam got to come in here and clean the whole damn mess up. She got to beat the girl up. She probably got to shoot Hayden. She got to pistol whip Gary, and then she got to tell Fatima, don't call me for no more dumb shit.
Can we go ahead and go kill the nigga? Cause he ain't dead yet. I mean,
But I am. Yeah.
Or
I already know Madam is gonna have to be back eventually, because if it was not supposed to be a one stop and done, he wouldn't introduce her that way.
yeah.
So eventually she gonna have to clean up something. And then Fatima talking about Zach meeting her and all that, so that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
So if she wants to come back in, go and do full house cleaning.
Don't go ahead and do a full house. go ahead, just reset the board for us real quick, Madam.
Please.
I love it. Any other feedback on the episode? No. That's all you had, Christina?
I think I'm good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
so much.
Christina.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Allie, Nick, did you get your Fatima advice off?
I was just like, but I like that you brought up, I think it was you that had brought up Madam having to come back. I would really love to see that dynamic between her and Fatima. Like, because you could tell, even though Fatima's family and she loves her, Madam don't play about family, but she will get family together, as we have seen with Amp. Like, and her sister.
And I was like, Erica, don't take us on too far of a tangent.
Yeah, I ain't trying to go too far.
What I just said, like, I'm kind of here for Madam coming here and getting Zach together. Like, going a little bit too far, Amp style with Zach, and like Fatima having to be like, you can't do, like, oh my God, you can't do this, and it's already a little bit too late because she already gave him a taste.
Yeah. But I can see that though. I can see her doing that. I can see her doing that. Me too. Yeah. Everybody always talking about something. Call Fatima. Have Fatima come. I mean, call Madam. Have Fatima do it. Call for Madam on Zach, and let's see what happened with that. Let's see what happened.
I feel like we'll be tightened up real quick.
Quick.
Okay. Advice for Sabrina.
Know your worth. Know your worth. Know your worth, baby. Dare to be different, as they taught us in elementary school. Dare to be different. Learn to speak up for yourself. Sabrina makes me so upset because Novi is such an amazing actress. And I feel there's so much depth that she could take Sabrina. I mean, but she can only take it to where the writing has given, or allows her to go. But I'm just like, I just would love to see Sabrina who is she? Outside of working at the bank, outside of being uncertain about Calvin, who is she? And I know that she really enjoyed Bio, but it's like, is that going to be another surfaced situation or whatever? But I really want to see Sabrina just begin to speak from a place of honesty and her uncompromised truth, in spite of who it may hurt, offend, shake up, just speak. I just want like just speak. Like I want to see Sabrina be that person because I believe she does have it in her, and I want to see her begin to explore that a little bit more. Well, a lot more.
Yeah, that would be my one word advice for her is to explore. Like it's tough when you are a people pleaser. It's tough when you seek so much validation outside of yourself and within community to say no. So my advice for her leaving episode 2 is not even to lean into what you don't want. Lean into what you do want. Tell people more, like explore what you want and tell people what that is. Even if that looks messy. If it looks like you want Bio and Calvin and Joe Schmo down the street, then that's what it looked like. And that's what you go and get it, girl. Go ahead and see what the hell that feel like, what that be like. Going for it.
Yeah, I bet it feel real great.
If it feels like you want the girls to check on you because they be leaving you to your own damn devices, and yes, you have the least amount of drama of all of them, but also do y'all love her or do you not? I would like to have more girl nights. Like I would like to do X, Y, and Z. Like lean into exploring all of what you want and then communicating what you want. We'll get to what you don't want later, but like let's start there.
Yeah. And I think it's something interesting about. I'm sorry. I think it's something interesting about Sabrina. I think Sabrina, and I would love to know if Tyler's ever going to explore this. When it comes to her friends, for Sabrina is like no nonsense. She truly takes up for them, but she doesn't give herself that same type of grace. She doesn't give herself that same type of like tenacity to deal with certain things. Because I remember like in season 1 when she saw Andy at the hospital, she was very in her face about what's going on. When she didn't like Andy's answer, she went over to Karen's house, who was there with Aaron. I saw Andy at the hospital. You know what happened in college. We need to find out what's going on. Like she was very like urgent about finding out certain things, but she doesn't have that same urgency with herself. And I wonder why. I wonder why it's like that. But yeah, I just want to see more for Sabrina. I really do.
Andy. My advice for you is leave me the hell alone, get out my face, and get off my screen.
I want Andy to not make me feel about her the way I feel about her every week. I just, Andy touches a nerve. Andy plays too much. Andy plays too much. Like she played too much. There's so many things I'm still stuck on that has happened with her and Gary that I cannot fathom. And as you stated, it's only been 35 days. It's been 35 days. You said it's been what, 6 weeks? 7 weeks?
This 7 right here.
7 weeks. Okay. Well, okay, we'll go with that. Yeah. You have dealt with entirely too much. Entirely too much. And why I say she played too much is because you're still playing with this man as if he won't hurt you. But what is going on? And I'm like, where's Andy mama? Where's the mama? I need to know. I really do. Andy needs her mama. And it makes me think like, because I remember she referenced her mom, I believe, once on the show. And it made me think that her mom thinks more of Andy than she ought. So I need for the truth to be revealed about your daughter. You need to step in, ma'am. You need to step in and do something. So I think her mom need to come on the show and do some straightening. And it's sad because I don't have any advice for Andy because it's like Andy's just being Andy right now and she enjoys it. So she's enjoying it. So child.
I cannot, Danny.
Take some days off from work. Seek a therapist and keep Preston at arm's length.
Mm.
I understand him wanting to be there to protect, and I would allow that. But anything relational, sexual, feelings, we would not discuss that right now, because they aren't how you feel about me, that's your business. And what you want right now is not of an importance. Her mental getting herself together, that's number one. And I don't feel like Preston is at that place to even see it like that. I love you. I want to be with you. This is where I want. She don't need that from you. She don't need that. So nah.
My advice for Danny is to, like, let's start stripping everything away. Ask yourself, what do you really think and feel about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And, like, wait to listen to that damn answer. That's the only thing I want her to do. Like, very, very next steps.
Yes, I agree. I think out of everyone, which I never thought I'd say this, I really feel for Danny. Like, I really feel for Danny. I think Danny is, even though she has this facade of being strong, I guess I don't see that. I think she's the most loud. Yeah. Yeah.
And that gets dubbed strong in Black women because they
Yeah.
don't want a lot of fucking traits. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I think she might be the most broken. Like, I think she may be the most broken. And I wonder what her home life is like if Tyler has delved in there. I know she's from Detroit, but what did her home life look like? And she just doesn't cope well. Her coping to attack other people. And so, like, I really do feel for Danny. Like, I really do. And I think the difference is, because somebody may ask, like, why I don't feel for Andy in that same way. And one of the reasons why I don't feel for Andy in that way is because I really believe that Andy is enjoying what she does. Like, she has a pleasure.
She has a sick relationship with, like, trauma.
Yeah.
So much so that it don't feel like she's running from it. It feels like she's running towards it.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is sad in itself. That's a sad aspect, as well. So it really makes me wonder what her home life was, because we know that she has a habit of choosing abusers. So did you see this growing up? Like, do you relate to that? So it's like, it's a lot of that going on with these women, but yeah.
Karen was not in this episode, so technically we can't give advice for Karen, but I'm going to say, girl, forgive Aaron.
Yeah. Forgive him. I'm going to say forgive him, because I ain't going to lie. If I was Aaron, if I was in that situation and I'm, trying to make things happen with this man, and I understand he got, residual feelings for someone else, I'm going to chill with homie over here too. Now, the only thing I wish Aaron would have told her that he had somebody else. But other than that, I said in my review, I am not mad that Aaron was chilling with Jennifer. Why? I ain't mad at him. He should have told Karen, but I'm not mad at him at all.
Yeah.
No. We'll see you soon, sis. We'll see you soon. You won't.
Damn floor running in there in that damn fire.
Right.
Messing around with Pam. Slap the hell out of Pam. That's the advice. Yes, Karen will be season 7. So Lottie, I think this is how to pronounce it. So Lottie asked if Ebony is confirmed for season 7. She is.
She is, and she has been on set. There are some videos floating around that Novi posted that showed the cast on set. So she's been on set.
I think the tea is people are wondering why in the hell wasn't she at the Bachelorette
party. KJ's
party,
yeah.
Which I ain't gonna actually speak on. So yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why. But then also my proximity to these people, and I know some of these people, there's certain things that I'm okay with. I think that's what you're taking that from, though. So Lottie, I think that you didn't see her in all of the flicks and stuff from that, because that's what a lot of people are talking about.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I wonder why she continues to allow Maurice to treat her like that. I agree that she's a ride or die with her friends, but Maurice, I would have put a foot in his ass. The B word. So you and Allie on the same page.
I know that's right. Sorry, you talking about Tari Pearson?
Yeah.
Is that it? I know that's right, girl.
Yes, Maurice going overboard, calls Sabrina out. Her name is overkill. Okay. Wednesday Talk says not just the B word was used. Grace says calling me the B word is fighting words. Okay. Y'all are not playing no damn games. I ain't mad at it. Maurice's problem is he doesn't listen to nobody. Ooh. Points were made.
Facts.
Y'all want to share? If you want to share your thoughts or feelings regarding the episode, feel free to request us. Drop your thoughts and comments in the chat. We're currently reading them out. This is being our Sisters Keeper, the live after show for Tyler Perry's Sisters each week with myself and Allie Nick.
Yes.
Right. I hate when he want to keep dragging stuff out, and if Karen is pregnant, you don't see no bowls in her stomach. Y'all, I really want y'all to release me from the shackles of y'all keep talking about she don't have no belly. It has been 5 weeks at this point. When we found out she was pregnant, it was a week ago. Relax. Stop asking to see her belly. We're not even 2 months into the damn show. Let me go ahead and say hey to everybody. I didn't get to say hey to the start. Wall 46, Judy, Helen, shout out to my member Katie up in the chat. Hey boo hey, DNC Greatness, Tamara, TLC, Jasmine, A Noel, Virgin Love, Andy is a deflector for real. Andy will never leave Gary alone. She's stuck on him. She's in love with that fool. Is she in love? Is Andy in love? Is that what love look like? I really have like struggled for the last 3 seasons in reference to buying into the idea that Andy is in love with Gary. Cause that's that.
Could it be that she's in love with him based on her idea of love?
Okay.
Because I think that, and don't get me wrong, penis is powerful, but I ain't never had none that powerful. I don't want nothing.
Gary possesses penis that's actually that powerful.
You know, so it's something like I don't like outside looking in. It's like what is it, Andy? Like there is nothing. Like he was married. You was with him for 6 months. Whole time he was married. He was married. You knew. It wasn't like you didn't know. You knew. You were okay with the 5 o'clock, sexual escapades, because that's all it was.
An hour and a half every morning.
Every morning.
Before you had to bird. That's why you keep them damn braids in, because he was fucking up your hair. It's all like you have sacrificed quite a lot, girl. Finish, Tony. You can binge it, child, and it's gonna flow. Because Tyler Perry drags storylines from one leading to the next. The next thing you know, you done watch all 20 episodes in one season. It is a lot of damn episodes, child. Gary is giving you nothing but nappy ass edges,
baby. That's my Andy. In
the morning, when
she might as well keep the locks.
Like double dates, and you want cuddles on the couch, and you want like girl, and you in love. In love from what? In love like when you see a bomb parachutes at Neiman's. It's not the same, Andy. Grow up.
Yeah. She must have got hit with one of them rubber bullets that Jasmine shot Gary ass with. Cause I don't get it.
Saw her damn head.
I don't know.
I think that's it. In reference to the comments, we get any new ones? I don't think Pam caused the fire. Maybe the woman that was fighting with Aaron. Maybe she's the body that was found.
That's gonna be interesting to find out who actually died in the fire.
Yeah, I think that Pam is responsible for the fire, and the girl could be the dead body, but not necessarily because she started the fire. Like, I don't necessarily feel like she's a horrible person. I feel like she's a woman scorned. So, like, if she came back up Karen's salon to try to say something to her, like, girl, he did this, and this, and saw a fire and ran in as well because clearly she drunk off too. Her and Andy both drunk off the day. Like, I could see, like, and then she died that way. I really don't feel like she is this crazy person that y'all want to make her out to be, because when you really think about it, was she too wild for what she did in the damn parking lot? Not necessarily. You got me feeling all good, thinking that you really into me. You have bamboozled me, and now I must go upside your head.
And that's how she feels. And that's how she feels. And like all of a sudden now she's crazy. What makes her crazy now? Aaron John. What makes her? Aaron's still my baby. Aaron's still my baby. But why she crazy now? Because I don't like when men do that. When you do something off the wall, the woman responds, now she crazy. She wasn't crazy. She reacted off of the fact that you probably did make her feel like she was the only one. And come to find out, you've been seeing somebody else. She's upset. She's hurt. I don't
That's
know.
what Karen was talking about. I really felt like, what did you do to make her that way?
Yeah, what'd you do? What were you telling her? Were you telling her the same things you were telling me? Were you making her feel the same way you made me feel? Were you giving her foot massages? What were you doing? Were you buying her favorite meals? Were you making sure that she was okay, that you just wanted to be there for her? What did you do, Aaron? Because, like, girl,
y'all.
Okay? Because I done seen, girl, my cousin was the true Mac if I ever saw one. I saw how he operated. I saw how he functioned with many different women. And women thought he was the most charming of man. Just, and he was raggedy. Call him on the phone. The first thing he would be like, did I call you at a bad time? No, you good. You sure? Because I don't want to interrupt what you may have going on. No, you good. Okay, how was your day? Oh, that sounds really good. Have a little 15-minute, hang up, call the next chick. The same script. You hear them giggling on the phone. I was like a teenager, but I watched him, and I'm like, you nasty, filthy bastard. And the fact that you can do it, and he didn't care who he hurt. He didn't care that these women were affected by him. Like, he did not care. So even though I do love Aaron, I still do love Aaron. You're not innocent in this. You're not innocent. You're not innocent. So no, you're not finna play that in Karen's face like that. Like you ain't do nothing. Nah, bro. You did something.
You did something. We just don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
Throw that out of here, y'all. We know we gotta close it out with a prayer, but also a new thing that we want to add each week is we want to dub people what they actually are and speak the truth. So, what are we crowning Danny with?
We gonna crown oh God, Danny. For me, this episode, Danny was annoying as F. No, annoying AF. She was annoying AF to me. Out of the ones I got to choose from, that's the one I'm gonna go with.
Dang.
And
I don't remember all
these are our sister superlatives. They will be given out each week.
I don't remember every last one of them, but the one that's sticking out for me is giving what the AF.
Okay. That's true too. That's true too. That's true too. Yes. That was Andy. Okay, Andy it's giving what the F. It's giving very much what the F. Yeah.
And see, she giving me whack as
that works too. That works too. It is. It is.
Girl, give it up.
Please.
Sabrina.
Oh, Lord. What I'm gonna give Sabrina? I'm gonna give Sabrina Goofy. Goofy AF. Goofy AF. A straight goofball.
I was gonna give a flat. I like the little fringe dress. I wish we would have got. I mean, it's
It was cute.
could have got
That works.
moment. I was like, I didn't see the skirt.
That tracks too. That tracks. It works. It definitely works. Fatima, I got to give Fatima delusional AF.
Ooh.
Delusional.
I think I'm gonna get on that train.
Delusional.
Because between you enabling Zach and trying to fix all his damn problems, and you still playing double dutch with Tamara and this goofy ass mission, all of it.
Yeah.
You are better than this. All of it.
You better than this, sis. And I don't even like y'all relationship like that, but I want more for you, Fatima.
Literally. Oh wait, yeah. Oh, Christina, you requested again. Let me get you in before we go ahead and close out. I'm sorry, honey, I didn't see it. You there, Christina? Going once, going twice, mamas. Christina, you with us?
Okay, my bad.
No worries.
I didn't hear words. It's kind of late now because we're closing out, but I was trying to go back when we were talking about is Andy actually in love with Barry?
Mm.
And Erica, I'm going to reference one of your videos when you was talking about the capacity for someone to love someone.
The Zach and Fatima video.
Andy loves Barry the best she knows how, because in my opinion, I don't think none of the sisters had a typical love-filled relationship at home. Like, to me, it feels like each one of them were missing aspects of what love actually is. So maybe Andy saw love as bills are being paid, I'm spoiled. But that's not all love actually entails. So do I think she loves Gary? She crazy for it, but I feel like she loves how she knows or what she saw. Is it healthy? Absolutely not. But that's how she knows. Same thing with Sabrina. I feel like she needs a spine, but she probably was raised as, being passive or not really evoking emotions like she should. So it blends into adulthood. Mm-hmm. Danny, I feel like she's comfortable in self-sabotage as a result of like low self-esteem, and I feel like the fact that she grew up in Detroit, and I also don't think she really had a healthy male figure at home. Mm-hmm. On top of all the trauma she went through in college. Karen, she was raised to be strong and not depend on anybody for anything. So she has the idea of building up so she doesn't get hurt and she doesn't need anybody when she is that way. And with Fatima, she saw what love was, but it was also a rigid environment because her mom was trying to stop her from making the same mistake she did, with her father being in and out of prison and the violence that she saw also. So that's all I want to say. I'm sorry.
No, you good. I love that. I disagree. Like, I agree with the point that you made about Karen and Fatima. But if I was to say out of all the girls, I feel like they have the closest understanding of what real love looks like because of how they were raised. Even if it was Karen being raised by a single mother, her mother raised her from a very loving place. It's not a perfect point in love, but it's a grounded, real one. And in many ways, I feel like Fatima and Karen are a lot alike. Like, they're pretty much the same girl. I used to say this from season 3. I was saying Fatima, and that was at that time, because right now they seem a lot closer in timeline when you think about the multiverse. But back in season 3, I used to say that Fatima is who Karen will be once she gets over Zach. But that was before Fatima fell down and bumped her goddamn head and got involved with Zach in the way that she is. When she was a lot more like steady and solid and like boundaries and all of that. So I do believe that those two were taught love. And I feel like they show it. It might come out as like mothering and controlling, but like even that, the mothering part of it is the actual love. It's not grounded in superficiality. It's not grounded in like like Sabrina needing a validation from outside. Like, they won't love you this way because they want to, because that's what feels natural to them. I agree 110%. Like, when I really started to think about it, now that you brought up Danny, like not having access to any kind of strong male figure to provide a tent pole for what masculinity should look like in her life, I think that is spot on. And you definitely expanded what I was talking about when it came to Zach and Fatima in that video, because I was specifically honing in on them, because a lot of people are talking about Zach loves Fatima more, and it's just like, he can't. He don't even have the capacity to. I think it's really cool to like expand in like, what are all these girls' capacity? I think that Fatima and Karen have the greatest capacity for love, but it's not perfect.
I get that one.
I agree with that.
Cool beans. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, boo. And a nice little footnote. If you want to add anything else to that, Allie?
I love that, and it really made me even consider the reason Sabrina may not be someone to speak up for herself, because we found out in season 1 that when Calvin was sharing his story about what his uncles did to him, she stated that she was also someone who was sexually battered as a child or maybe a teenager. We don't really get the age. So it makes me wonder, that situation caused her to kind of like go into a cocoon of herself. Like, maybe that's why she's so urgent to defend others and not herself, because she did not have something that was taken away from her, and the only way she could feel comfortable was to keep quiet. So it made me wonder about it. And I think Tyler does a great job with presenting those type of nuggets, but he never goes back to revisit them. Like, I think that the fact that Sabrina mentioned that, it's important to her character and maybe why she does what she does, but we never explore those hidden gems within these women. We just get the drama after drama after drama, but not deal with the internal battles that they may be, dealing with. So when Christina was speaking, that was one of the things that came to mind about the character of Sabrina. And it was really, I enjoyed what she said.
Listening to what you said about Sabrina, what came up is like, maybe that's what she did to feel comfortable, or maybe she goes to bat for everybody around her that she cares about in the hopes of earning them to protect and go to bat for her.
I like that. Yeah.
At the defense, I could say that she feels like, okay, so if I show them that I am 100% like behind them, then they may reciprocate that same energy to me when I need it the most. Mm-hmm. Because they stripped away so young. So that makes sense.
Come on.
Yeah.
Y'all jumping into the deep end before we get
yeah.
I love that. Thank you so much again, Christina, for
Thank
adding
you,
that tidbit.
Christina, for that.
Yes. Welcome. Y'all, we're coming to the very end of our Sisters Keeper episode number 2.
Number
We cannot
2.
get out of here without blessing us, you, these sisters, giving a nice good old prayer to head on out of here. Do I gotta do it this week or you got it?
Well, I did it last week. So I don't know how you want to do it.
I think I can do it. I get a little shy when it comes to this.
All right. If not, I can do it. If however you want to do it. Okay.
I'm gonna hold my weight.
Okay. Okay.
Dear God, I come to you first and foremost to say thank you. Thank you for the many blessings that have graced the spirits, the souls, and the lives of myself, Allie, and everyone within earshot of what we have been discussing on tonight's episode. We cannot thank you enough. We come to you with grateful and humble hearts. I want to take a second to pray over Black women who are seeking, Black women who are struggling, Black women who are deeply searching for something tied to identity within their lives. We're seeing the storyline play out in various ways with these characters. However, it's a very real one that hits home for quite a bit of us in various ways. I pray that you put your hand on each and every one of us. I pray that you continue to guide us. You continue to bless us. You continue to reassure us, and that we actually take the time to listen and hear the reassurance and validation that only you can provide. I pray that we tap in to your source energy, to your light, and we allow you to guide us in the ways that we need to go to reach our ultimate goals, our biggest dreams, and find our deepest, happiest love, no matter what that looks like for each of us. I ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
Oh, sorry. And another thing, Jesus, I pray for the Black men too, but this was for the ladies. Okay.
Amen.
Hey, James. I just saw James standing here, and I feel like James is gonna be like, Erica, not you just praying for the Black men.
You ain't pray for us.
We got y'all next week.
Yes. We do.
Thank y'all so much for joining Allie, Nick, and I for the second episode of Our Sisters Keeper, season 6 of Sisters, episode 2, Aftershow. It's been so great. Another bomb-ass discussion. Yes. You guys can check her out at Allie Nick Official on Instagram and Twitter, as well as YouTube, breaking down sisters, as well as Run the World. Oh, you actually tell them what you break down so that they can know what they can get, the good old.
Well, for right now, it's Sisters and it's Run the World, but I'm going to do some movie. I'm going to do Praise This. I got to talk about Queen Charlotte because that was near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that.
Watch it, and I'm about to my girl record it because
it's must. And I take, and
love. You gotta watch with love because I need to know what you think about it. It's on Amazon, and it's season 2 just dropped, and I'm almost.
I'll start watching it. I'll start watching it.
It's a romantic comedy though, so it's
okay.
Much more lighthearted, but like the themes that they explore with love, I'm just like. Not you coming for what our supposed dreams and what society told us we should actually hope for, but that's not actually what it is because I know better now that I'm 30 and now I'm looking at it like, what the
I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. And I'm gonna let you know.
What you breaking down over on your channel?
Praise. I'm gonna do Praise This. So I'm gonna do movies. I'm starting this thing called Back Down Memory Lane where I'm gonna be reviewing old TV shows that affected my life, impacted my life, Moesha, Different World, all them shows like that, Cosby Show, so on and so forth. But I take suggestions as well. But it's gonna be a plethora of content that's gonna be coming up soon. So check me out.
Love it. If you enjoyed the conversation, and be sure to follow her on all platforms because you're gonna love what she's doing over there on hers. We will be back again next Wednesday, for another Live Sisters After Show with Our Sisters Keeper, episode 3. If you are catching
Yes.
this on the replay, be sure to still drop a comment, share your thoughts, because I will be checking, we will be replying.
Yes.
We also are going to be putting these up as podcasts, so you can also check out our Sisters Keeper wherever you get your podcasts very, very soon. Hope that you guys enjoyed the conversation tonight, and we will see you next week or in our next videos. We'll talk about
Yes. Yes.